Well, hello and welcome to your midweek update, one day late, so coming on Thursday, September 17th. This is a busy season in the life of our church, and that is not more evident than in the fact that this video is coming out one day late. I apologize. I just couldn't get to it yesterday, and so I'm hoping that you'll forgive the little bit of tardiness. But this is a busy season in our church, and so I wanted to spend just a little bit of time discussing some of what's going on here. The first thing I wanted to say is a big thank you to everyone who came out for our kickoff Sunday on this previous Sunday. I thought it was such a wonderful time of fellowship and casual getting to know one another. And I thought that having the ministry leaders give updates on their plans and their excitement and their logistics for how they're going to be doing ministry throughout this difficult season was just such a great blessing. And I think it was a wonderful time to be able to learn about what everybody's doing. I know my daughter in particular asked me after everybody went home in the afternoon, she said, "Can we just have church in our backyard every week? It's so much better than hearing you talk, Dad." So I also curiously noted the turnout and the fact that there were many new faces, and I was so glad to be able to get to know some new people. But I do have to wonder if people were showing up to that simply because it was a more casual thing and not here in the church, or because people heard that I wasn't going to be preaching. We'll find out, I guess. Along those lines, I wanted to once again stress the importance of RSVPing for our services. With this video and the email, there'll be a link to RSVP. We are starting, as we now are into the fall, we are starting to creep up in numbers, and that's a really great thing, and I'm so excited for that. And we have a few contingency plans here at the church, but I do want to say the only way to guarantee yourself a spot is by RSVPing in advance for the service. When you do that, we reserve a seat for you. Now, we've been working on it for a little while, we finally have a setup where if we reach capacity, we do have a little bit of an overflow setup with a live video feed here in the building. So that is totally doable. We are working on other options for a live video feed going forward from home, but we're working out some technical details on those things, so stay tuned for that. But I strongly encourage you to RSVP with just all you gotta do is give us, it's a drop-down thing, you just give us how many are coming and their names, that's it. And so I encourage you to do that for sure. With all of the stuff that is starting up, if you were there on Sunday, then you heard from the different ministry leaders on things gearing up to go. There is an important thing that we have to do before we can do that. And I know many of you received an email about this, but I will use this as one last reminder. In 2 days' time, on Saturday, we are having our risk management training. And I know the reputation that these trainings have, and they're dry and they are a get-through-it situation, and I understand that. I'm not going to pretend. We're doing our best to make it engaging. We're doing our best to make sure that it's fun, but it's incredibly important that we realize how important this is to the life of the church. We have a biblical responsibility to make sure that we are protecting our most vulnerable within our church, and this training does that. This is our response to making sure that we are a safe place for everyone. And so this needs to be a priority for everyone. We are looking at different options for those who have unbreakable commitments elsewhere, but we're limiting this to 1 hour. It will not take up a lot of your time, and it is incredibly important. So 1 o'clock on Saturday, the 19th, please, if you are involved in ushering, children, youth, kids club, really anything where you are in a position of authority or supervision over anyone or anything, we are asking you to come at 1 o'clock for 1 hour on Saturday and do the risk management training so that we can get that done. And along those same lines, many of you will have received an email saying that your criminal record check needs updating. Now, we are going through the binder, and we will contact you if that needs updating, but we still need those to come back in if you haven't already. So stop by the church, get the letter that you need to take to the RCMP, and then take it to them. And they've been really great so far. All the ones that they have done on the spot while you wait. So it's not a terribly labor-intensive or time-intensive thing for you. Please get that done. Now, once that risk management training is taken care of, that is all in service of something greater, and that is that our fall programming is kicking off, and we are so excited. Starting this week, our Sunday school will actually be moving out of the gym and moving upstairs, and they're going to be going back to more of a normal process there now. Normal as we can. We are keeping everything safe, and we have great protocols in place for that. We've even thought through what things look like in the winter when kids come with boots and coats and everything, and how all of that works in light of COVID. We got a great team who's worked really hard to make things safe. So Sunday school's moving upstairs. It's going to be as close to normal as we can make it. Youth group is kicking off next Friday night, and they've got a great round of Mission Impossible planned. They've got posters up, and I know they're really, really excited about it, and I'm so glad to see things happening in that realm. And I know that this will be a great season for youth group, because there's nothing kids crave more than connection. And we try to do that through technology and social media, and we all know kids are always on their phones, but human-to-human connection is so important, and I'm so grateful for Crystal and the youth team as they seek to do that. And then Kids Club will be starting up the first Wednesday in October, and they are currently making their plans along the same lines as Sunday school. So we are so glad that all this is kicking off. If you have questions about any of our programming, or if you would like to get involved, contact myself or the church office or the different ministry leaders. Excuse me. That's all I have for you this week. I hope you will join me, I hope you will join me in praying for all of our different ministries, and get excited and support the different ministry leaders and volunteers as we seek to show Christ and teach Christ and be the church to our community. I hope to see you all on Sunday, where we'll be continuing with our sermon series on setting expectations, and we're going to be discussing everyone's favorite subject this week, and that is conflict. So come on out and hear about conflict and the biblical model for experiencing it and resolving it. And I hope to see you there. Remember to RSVP, please. In the meantime, God bless you all.